Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope, are you ready for the Taylor Swift experience? That's right, live here on Ocean's Pit, just like they used to say at the Kiss concerts. Are you ready? Do you want the best? You got the best. Kiss. All right, anyway, we got a great show lined up for you guys today. Mike and Tracy, of course, Buckley folks, the Good Clean Fun Band, and now also the Taylor Swift experience live here in the studio. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited. Today is, folks, the last day of January 31st. And I'm just happy you guys are with us, folks. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, always the great veterans that fought for our country, everybody in the military, in the Navy, and et cetera, et cetera. Thank you so much for everything you do for our country. But mostly it's also dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show here, Lunchtime Fun. We got a great show coming up, so it's showtime. Let's go to work. Hey, kids, how are y'all doing? And welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Oh, boy. All I can say is I'm glad you guys are all here today. And like I said, we got an incredible show for you to end the week. Again, like I said, Mike and Tracy from Good Clean Fun, of course, now with their new project called the Taylor Swift Experience. And it's taken off. It's taken off like rocket fire. So they're going to be here, Mike and Tracy, in the studio very shortly and tell us about everything that's going on with that particular project. Guys, let's get right to our sponsor. Talking about the number one sponsor, you can't get better than Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, supporting local establishments. The red hot buy of the month, Ace. January month, and you only got one day here, folks. Ace Wild Bird Food, 40-pound bags is only $18.99. And make sure your car is winter ready with Peak Windshield Wash. 1 gallon is just $1 off through January 31st. Cold weather calls for cold weather gear. They have a large selection of Carhartt gear from hats, gloves, warm-up hoodies, and winter jackets, all 30% off. You can't beat that stuff with our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. All right, so let's start off just by saying thank you so much for everybody that packed Postatanos in Oak Brook last night. Rain or shine, that place in Oak Brook, Frank and Bill and the staff do an incredible job over there. We're only there once a month, like one of the last Thursdays of the month. But for everybody that comes out and spends money and drinks and enjoys and dancing, it's very humbling at a place like that. It's jumping all the time. And they don't have any other entertainment. I'm the only entertainment that plays there, usually. So we're just excited. So again, hats off to Jerry Jams and, of course, the incomparable Lisa P. back from Florida. Thank you, all of you guys that showed up last night. Very cool to see Tommy and Terry and the crew. Tommy, thank you, everybody, and Pam and Dave, and, of course, Garo Brandolino and the whole staff there. Louis Pipes doing an incredible job at his vocals, him and Dana. So it's just an all right party time, which we enjoy very much. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with the Professor Daryl Armenstad tonight, 8 o'clock. And tomorrow the main event band will be at Bellagio in Roselle. Danny Ramundi, Double T, Tony Toto, and yours truly. That's a 7:30 hit. All right. Now, thank you for watching yesterday. You know, usually we have Laura with us, but she had take care of some stuff. Our daughter, Marissa. Now, you know, Tony and Ange just got married on Saturday. What a blessed event that was. It was just wonderful. Now we have another daughter, Marissa, getting married in a year and couple months. So they were looking at venues and they found the venue yesterday. So that's what Laura was doing. That's why she wasn't on the show. But I will tell you that Laura will be on our show this Monday with me. Her last appearance on Ocean's Pit this Monday because she goes into surgery, open heart surgery, as you all know, which is only 3 days from now on Tuesday. She has an aneurysm and a valve that needs to be replaced, but they have to cut her open. So she'll be out of commission for a while. But like I said, her last appearance on the Ocean's Pit will be this Monday. So please make sure you tune in and give her your prayers and keep the prayers out there. And you guys have been sending us prayers and stuff. Thank you, Carol Brandolino, last night. She got a nice little care package for Laura. That was very nice of you. We appreciate it very much. Let's get to another sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we're talking about real estate. Now, when you're talking about real estate, there's so many companies and people that you can choose, but we like to choose Mary Grievous, Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. Mary Grievous at mgrievousstarkre.com. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. She's available to assist buyers for sales by owners and expired listings. She can do it all. That's Mary Grievous with all your real estate needs. And if you're going to do real estate and you know that, how about travel agency? Well, she does that too. And we're talking about the Chicago Music Cruise that's happening as I'm looking at the poll right now. We're looking at 50 days away from the Chicago Music Cruise. It's happening March 22nd to March 30th, 2025. 50 days away. 8 days on the water. The Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. Spring break. It's going to be fantastic. It's Fort Lauderdale. It's Aruba. It's Carousel. It's Coco Key, Bahamas. And the entertainment on this ship for 8 days, we got the best of the best. And it's going to be great. Let me tell you who we got. First of all, my new rock band, Mojo's Jukebox, will be kicking off a couple nights. Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, of course, Double T, Tony Toto, Jerry James, and Ron Starr on this particular cruise. Also, Scott Childers from WGN will be there live. Wendy Thompson with her tribute to Britney Spears and Marilyn Monroe. How about Frankie Boom Boom Hollywood Rodriguez spinning all your favorite hits? Hillbilly Rock Stars, the #1 country band in the city of Chicago. How about all three Jersey Girls? That's right. 1, 2, 3. All three of them will be on that ship. And, of course, the ringleaders themselves, Seventh Heaven. 8 days. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. Got a couple rooms left. That's it at that great price. The last one had 7,000 people on that ship. Join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Chicago Music Cruise. All right. So, again, let's see who's watching real fast. We got Marion. Hello, my friend. There he is. Jerry Jams, my man. Great job last night, brother. Pina, how are you doing? Thank you. Danny Mazzi from Armando's Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Kathy, all the way from Nashville. How you doing, my dear friend? Woo, 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 woo. That's right. There's Terry. Hi, Terry. Hope you're doing. Rick, I hope you will. My good buddy Rick from the Cave Dwellers. New movies got coming out. Cancel This, I think the movie's called. Congratulations on that. And Rick, if you're watching, our prayers and condolences out to your wife, Kathy's mom, who just passed away. So our prayers go out to you and your family. Lilia, how you doing? Kathy Abolito. Jeff Hunt, great seeing you last night. Jeff, of course, with Seventh Heaven. Thank you, my good friend Karen, Robert Provenzano, et cetera, Yolanda, Peggy Prince. How you doing, Peggy? Of course, the mom of Tracy. So it's going to be cool. It's a family affair here today. Coming up very shortly, we're talking about the Taylor Swift experience. Are you ready? I'm ready, and I know you guys are too. So a couple other things very important. Again, our prayers again for the horrible tragedy that happened for the American Airlines 5342, and of course the Black Hawk helicopter. It's just the lives. I don't know, 60 people. I think if I got 67 found dead. Of course, even some of the people from the U.S. skating team out of Boston. Just horrible. And still, they don't know exactly what happened yet. The two black boxes have not been found. It's going to be a while before they find that, but they're going to make sure before. And all this, of course, people coming out with all this, conspiracy theory. Was it done? Who was on that boat? I mean, who was on that plane? It's just crazy. A tragedy is too small of a word for that. You're right, Peggy. But it's sad. So our prayers go out to that, and I'm sure they're going to be able to figure all that out, and so this tragedy doesn't happen again. Speaking of that tragedy, Jerry Rendell sent me something. American figure skater, John Maravella, he was supposed to be on that flight, on flight 5342. They wouldn't let him on the flight because his dog was too big. So they wouldn't let him on the flight. So him and his dog drove instead. He was supposed to be on that flight, and they drove instead. Imagine the staggering news that he has to find out that wow. It's just going to be crazy, folks. In our prayers, really is. It's okay, so they have found the black boxes. This was yesterday. It was the last time I checked, Jerry. So thank you. Jerry Jam. So the black boxes have been found, and I'm sure we'll find out more information about that. A couple other things here real fast. You know that my email was hacked. So I know you guys, I got a lot of people saying, Tony, did you break an eardrum? No, I did not. That is definitely a hack. So I have to go to Verizon again. I was there this morning. I got to go back again. So they have to make sure putting something in my phone so something like this does not happen with everybody getting these fake hats for sale. A couple friends of mine actually sent me the hat that they ordered. And it's not even a Tony Ocean hat, ladies and gentlemen. It was a Mo Carrara hat that they were selling online that unfortunately people were buying thinking that it was my hat. My friend Tina Perry bought one. This came in the mail to her. It says Mo Carrara, USA. That's on the hat. I went nuts. So you got to be careful for all this crazy stuff going out there. And it's just sad that these people don't have enough time in their life to do shit like that. And if you did get this email from me, this was a hacked email that was sent. Greetings from here. Hope you're doing well. If this email is still active, I would like to send you a message. I'm unable to answer the phone at this time due to an eardrum rupture. And the doctor advised me of making calls for the time being. Are you using Amazon? Kindly let me know as soon as you receive this email. Many thanks, Tony Ocean. Not even my real number, thank God. It's not me, folks. So thank you for everybody that reached out and let me know that I was hacked, but obviously we knew we were hacked. Louis Pipes, great job to you, my dear friend, Louis and Dana. Louis Pipes knocking it out with Be My Baby and Oh Diana by Paul Anka. You did a great job. So while you're here, Louis, I'm glad I got you. Let's go to Airtight Windows. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight Windows. They've got the best deals in town, and I've just got to go through all this to find. See, when you got a lot of paperwork here, I feel like Ray Rayner. Remember when he had all those Post-it notes? Yeah. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight for honesty, quality, dependability. Do it right with Airtight. Servicing Chicagoland for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight Windows. Call Louis Pipes at 708-788-5000 and say, hey, I need some windows and siding. He will give you some great deals. Ocean's Pit. It's time, folks. Yeah, it's time. So I want to make sure I got all this stuff covered. Before we bring on folks, it's another great day today, January 30th, 1969. The Beatles were on top of the rooftop concert, their last public performance on top of the roof. Very cool. We all know about it. They played a 42-minute set. That was the last time they played live. The Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. That's right. So, wow. So many years ago and so many great days. All right. But besides that, we got music time. Are you ready? That's right. We're talking about Are You Ready with the Taylor Swift Experience live. Here they are in the studio. Michael and Tracy, Larry, Mr. and Mrs. How are you guys doing today?
We are great. How are you?
I'm in a great mood. I'm telling you, I'm in a good mood. I salute to you guys. Congratulations on your lovely daughter with her brand new car.
Thank you.
I'm going to wear this today.
Thank you very much. All right. So we got Mikey and Tracy. Of course, a lot of people know them from Good Clean Fun and all the other projects that they got going. But they came up with a jackpot, as you would say, and you got to roll with it. And they're doing a great job with it. And that's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Number one, how did the Taylor Swift thing come about? Were you guys sitting there going, because Tracy does look like her anyway. So how did it come about, Mike? Was this like a dream that you were dreaming about it? How did this happen?
Yeah.
Tell us.
It came to me on a flying pie. What did John Lennon say about the Beatles? Was it a flaming pie?
A flaming pie.
Yeah, flaming pie.
So, Good Clean Fun performs at a lot of weddings, and we were getting requests for Taylor Swift songs at weddings, and every time we would perform certain songs by Taylor Swift, the floor would fill up like a mosh pit. You'd think we were playing like
some
Metallica or something. I don't know, but it was insane. So I think when we were driving to the Josie Music Awards, Mike was like, "You should do a Taylor Swift tribute." And I was like, "I don't want to do a Taylor Swift tribute."
Because
Tracy, let's go back on that. Why? What was the first thing that hit your mind saying, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to do this? Is it because he just didn't, what's it?
I didn't know any of her stuff. I didn't, I think I knew like 3 or 4 songs, and I knew that it was going to be, Mike is notorious for coming up with new ideas and reinventing the band, and let's do a Buddy Holly tribute, and let's do a Beatles tribute, and let's do this, and let's do an 80s night, and
Carole King thing,
right,
you guys
Carole
that
King
promo that you guys took by that picture of the window, that was really sharp. That was very cool.
Oh yeah, reenacting the album cover.
Yeah.
With the cat.
So this came about. You did. Are you let's go back real fast. First of all, are you a fan?
I am now.
Are you?
I am now. I wasn't, and I didn't have anything against her. It's just not the type of music I listen to. No,
I got fluffy.
She doesn't want to be on camera today.
Say hello. There it is. Is that Morris? Meow, 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 meow. I love chicken. I love tuna. There you go. What's the cat's name?
That's Fluffy.
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 Okay, there you go.
That's just
so you became a fan. You became a fan. But you know what?
I think it's fair to say I think that everybody in the band has been converted to a fan after having to learn the music.
And realizing it's more than just bubblegum. Some of the songs actually really have some good substance to them.
Right. And then when you took on this project, it's more than just, okay, let's learn the tunes. I mean, you have to, the stage, the props, the clothes, the blah, blah, blah. And as you guys know, when you're a tribute act, if you don't have that right hanky, or if you don't have that right amp, or if you don't have the Rickenbacker when you're doing John Lennon, you're finito. So when you guys, how long did it take you to put all that together before? How did you come up with the clothes? Did you make them yourself? Did you find somebody else? How did that all work out?
I'm still putting it all together.
First clothes were Amazon.
Well, Taylor Swift just got done touring. She was on tour for 19 months, so almost 2 years, called the Eras Tour. It's the highest grossing musical tour ever.
Now, what does that mean, Tracy? What does Eros mean? What is that?
Eras, ERAS. An era
Okay, what
is
is
like a time, a way to
Oh, I got it. So the era
Right.
of what's going. Okay, I got. It.
right.
Okay.
So and
And
Taylor's
Taylor's eras all coincide with each of her albums. So
Right.
each album is an era.
is an era. So her very
Okay,
first,
yeah.
her debut album, that's the first era, et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et
So
cetera. Okay.
when we started this idea, we weren't planning on doing, we do a tribute to the Eras tour. We reenact the tour. It's like going to see that 3-hour show, except we have to condense it because you can't play a 3-hour show at any theater. They won't let you.
Sure.
But we were just doing Taylor Swift. Like there's a lot of Taylor Swift tributes out there that just do Taylor Swift. And that's great because she has so many songs in her catalog. But we reenact the tour like a musical theater production. The dialogue is the same. You know, the kids watch this. You can watch it on Disney Plus. They made a movie out of it. So we reenact.
So they made a movie. So you reenact that, just like when they did the Michael Jackson thing, or for whatever it is.
Exactly.
Even with our Rap Pack show, we do the same monologue and the same
Yes.
stuff that they did at that time. That's fantastic. So your first gig, I don't know where it was, but I know you did the Displays, or was it Arcada? What was your first gig?
Technically, it was at Starved Rock.
But that was more of a
Okay.
practice.
But that was like a practice run.
for Des Plaines.
Displays was our first big
Real
gig.
gig,
Yeah,
yeah.
our first real gig.
Okay, so you know that you walk in, you're looking through the curtain, or people, whoever's telling, hey guys, the place is packed, the kids are going crazy back there, blah 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 blah. Tracy, what was it like when you walked out there and the reaction of these kids knowing that this is their this is like, wow, this is better than anything, and here you are right there. What was that? What did that feel like?
It's weird. They know it's not, I mean, they know it's me, but the reaction that we still get from the kids, it really is cool.
I just want, before we did Des Plaines, we did some outdoor shows, and we did that one that Carl Green attended. Remember?
No, Displays was in April.
Oh, well, where was the big outdoor thing where I had everybody screaming?
I don't know.
I asked the audience, we want to hear you scream on the count of 5. And it was like a jet airplane's engine. It was literally, it hurt. It was so loud. Every adult in the crowd was doing this while the kids were just screaming. And it was the Beatles at Shea Stadium. That's what it was to me.
Kids like to scream. Kids they like to make noise.
It's amazing, this girl, Taylor Swift from Reading, Pennsylvania, writing her. And one thing, like I said, I knew nothing about Taylor Swift. I know my daughter is a huge Swiftie. She helped me make a list of some of the top songs because I didn't know anything about it. But she writes her own songs off of personal relationships and stuff like that. And I think a lot of kids or the younger generation might relate to that stuff that's probably happened in their life, something that they're going through with a boy or girl or whatever these days it is, whatever it is. But I'm trying to say, it's just amazing what you touch on there. And like you said, the kids don't know, but that's the closest they're going to get to getting the thing with the Taylor Swift experience. Michael, as a musician part of it, the songs, were they harder to play? I mean, is it compared to some of the stuff you've learned through the years?
I think it's like Guitar 101. It's not that involved. The chords are simplistic, but sometimes you could tell she didn't come up with the chord. Sometimes you could tell it was the guys in the band helping her write, and they come up with some interesting chords. And I've learned a few new things. Chords I've never played before. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Adding this here, or it's not just an F chord anymore. It's an F add this, but minus that, and it's cool stuff.
Now, when you guys were forming your band and you're looking through the list of, okay, who can we use? What we do? Because you got the violin player, you got all the backups. That's really cool. When you approach this project to people, they going, are you nuts? Or are they going, wow, not a bad idea. Let's try this.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. Not a bad idea. Let's try it.
Let's try this, right? I mean, right? I mean, what the hell? We got and it was successful from the minute you did that first show. You know what it was like. And then I know, Ronald, SDLP, you got an agency behind you doing a lot of great stuff. Do you like outdoor stuff better than theaters?
Um,
What say you?
you know, I dance on that stage a lot, and outdoor stuff is hot, and the costumes are heavy, and I'm having to do the quick change outside, and I'm sweaty, and
It
it's
works better indoors
It's-
with
yeah.
with a screen behind us.
I like the theater shows better. They're more dynamic, they're easier on my body.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to have a license permission to use her stuff behind you?
That's our stuff behind us. We don't
So
use
that's
her.
cool.
Yeah, we don't use
That's
her.
exactly what we had to do too. We had to change, we had to put some stuff in there
Mhm.
so it didn't get there, but it still shows the effects of the
Yeah.
concert, which is great.
Right.
All right, Tracy, here's the two questions, the $1 million two questions. Why so much love for this Taylor Swift?
Well, Taylor Swift has been in the music industry for over 20 years now. She started when she was 16, which makes anybody lovable. She was just a 16-year-old kid with a guitar writing her own music. So she created a fan base very, very early on, and they're very loyal to her because she's very loyal to them.
She's growing her second generation
Yeah,
now too.
yeah.
Moms who grew
I
up.
mean,
are
let's
now,
look at some of the facts, just some of the facts like we were talking about before the show. She's the first woman billionaire in music who only makes her money through music. No dress,
Yep.
no cosmetic, no this.
No
The only
endorsement,
woman,
nothing.
the only woman to do this. I
Yeah.
mean, it's mind-boggling, right? So, or one of her records, a 1989 record, 14,748,116 copies sold.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. 7 albums went gold. Went 1 million, sold 1 million copies in the first week. You got 14 number ones, and this tour, the biggest tour, like you said, of all time, Michael, of all time. And so let's go on the other question.
Yeah.
Why so much hate? Why so much hate?
Because she, well, when you are that popular, no matter who you are, you're going to have people who love you and people who hate you, right? And then there's the Machiavellian effect. You know, is it better to be loved and not respected, or is it better to be feared and hated and whatever? But you know,
Good point.
she has her political views that people don't agree with, and you know,
Boy, I know that feeling.
that's another topic for another time. But you know, political views aside, you can't argue that she's a smart businesswoman, that she's generous with her time, she's generous with her money. You know, no, everybody that works for her has nothing bad to say about her. Countries are begging her to play in their cities.
I forgot the staggering amount of money that she gave to her staff after the tour, the group,
Yeah.
whatever, and whatever. But you know what? That's what keeps it all together. And like you said, she's got to be a good leader, because then if she wasn't a good leader or you'd have field day on the press. I mean, you know how look what the shit that Ellen DeGeneres, not a fan of hers, but remember when she was doing COVID and she was at home, and I guess the staff said she was a real bitch and all this stuff like that. And you heard that stuff out there, you know, but you have never heard anything bad about this woman. I've never heard anything bad about her. It's just that now, and like I was talking to Tracy prior, like I said, I wasn't a fan, but I do now after doing some of this research, it's like, holy shit. And you can't really blame her at the NFL games with the Chiefs. She's going out with Travis, and that was one of the Jerry Jam said, "Why don't are you ever going to dress up like Travis? And maybe you can, you know, make some appearances, Michael. You know, Michael. You never know. You're going to put it up. What I'm trying to say is, it's the media that keeps showing her. She's not saying, "Hey guys, I'm up here. I'm here." No. It's the media that keeps showing her, and of course, Jennifer, you know, and of course now they're saying that about the refs wanting the Kansas City Chiefs in there because of the 30 to 40% more people watch football and more people watch Kansas City Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. It's amazing her net worth is $1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Let's throw some songs out there real fast and
Okay.
tell me if this is some of the songs that you might. We have to say that the Swiftie Army, like we were talking before airtime, it's got to be bigger than the Kiss Army. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be huge and just as loyal. Oh, here you go. Mike is a stud. He's much better looking than Travis. I agree with you, Rick. Much better looking.
Of course he
And
is.
he's Italian. And he's Italian.
Yeah.
And he's Italian. So there you go. Okay. I didn't know any of the songs, so I want to thank my lovely daughter, Gianna, for coming up. Here's a list I had at first, and she goes, where do these songs come from? The top, if you look up her top 10 hits, or whatever it was, this one came up at first. 5 is You're on Your Own, Kid.
Yep.
4
Good
was
one.
So Long, London. 3 was Delicate.
Okay.
2 was My Tears, Ricochet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And number 1 is All Too Well. Are these songs covered in your show?
2 of them are occasionally, but no, not typically.
Okay. How about Shake It Off,
Yes.
Cruel Summer,
Yes.
Blank Space, and Love Story? Right?
Yes. All of those are
yeah.
in our show.
Shake It
Okay,
Off is
so
it's like Billy Joel doing Piano Man.
Yeah.
You have to do that one.
Okay. So is that how you guys sat together and go, okay, do we do this one? Do we that? And when you change the set list, why would you change the set list?
So we actually, our set list is exactly like Taylor's for the Eras tour, except we had to pull out songs to make it shorter because we only have 2 hours show instead of 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Right.
Um,
Taylor is 3 hours, 20 minutes. So we had to shorten right off the bat.
Yeah. So, but she does an acoustic set where the band doesn't play. It's just her and her guitar or her and a piano. And every city that she went to, she did different songs in her acoustic set. It was kind of cool. She just did her songs acoustically. So we like to throw in different songs sometimes.
Very cool. That makes sense. Biggest music star over 114 million records sold worldwide. It's just mind-boggling. And like you said, some of these artists that we mentioned before, of course, the Beatles, Elvis, Bay City Rollers at that time were huge. For my time, they were huge. Menudo, New Kids on the Block, like you said, Tracy, were big when you were growing up. Do you see 20 years from now, Taylor Swift still having that effect after the kids all grow up?
I don't know. I think she has such a big fan base and they're so loyal to her. I think that it's going to be nostalgia for them in 20 years. You know, it's going to be just like it is listening to her first album or two for people, you know, oh, I remember listening to that 20 years ago.
Right. I think there's a lot of groups that fade and then come back 20 years later.
Yeah.
I think Taylor Swift will stay relevant as long as she keeps coming out with albums now. But if she stops for whatever reason, gets married and have babies, there's going to be this 20-year lull, and then she's going to come back again.
But she is a very talented songwriter, and she writes music for other people.
That's true.
Know. So
okay, see, I didn't know that. So here's another thing, though. Do you think they get married, and do you think does it affect her career if her and Travis get married?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know her. I don't know if she's the marrying type. I mean, they could already be married for all we know. I mean, I can imagine that would be something that she's very private. She likes to be private. So who knows?
It makes a lot of sense. There is a lot of, you're right. There is a lot of icons that people are mentioning. Yeah, we know Madonna, Cher. Correct. They're still going on many years from now. Cher is still doing it. Like the Bay City Rollers, there's Sean Cassidy, David Cassidy, Parts. Yeah, you got it. And some of these bands that we just mentioned are still huge. Look, like when me and Mike and Trey, we were talking about that AM Radio Gold. To us, that music is still fantastic. People still love that music. Some people think we're whack jobs, but the music is still fantastic.
Right.
You got the Taylor Swift experiences in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mike and Tracy Brooklyn area. What is first of all, what's next? Wait, another thing. Does the Taylor Swift people have any idea about you guys?
I hope not. I don't want them to.
Wait a
because
minute.
Why?
We just got a cease and desist
No,
letter.
stop. I you know,
Tracy.
I
Wait a
want.
minute. That happened with the rap Pack with us. We got a letter. We did get a letter from a production company. This was years ago. But Wouldn't you want to imagine? I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but look at like the Beatle band. Isn't it Liverpool, I think, got George Harrison's sister that gave him the thumbs up. So do you imagine if like one of Taylor Swift's nieces or somebody says, hey, I seen the Taylor Swift Experience, Are You Ready in Chicago or whatever. And boy, these are good. Would it be cool to get a thumbs up endorsement?
I was saying that not too long ago. I said it really would be amazing if we were like the endorsed Swift tribute, but then
you know what that means. You know what that means, don't you? Ching, ching. Once you get that, ching, it just went from this to that. Ching, ching. It's that simple. What's next for the Taylor Swift Experience? I know it's still new. It hasn't been out there long. So what's next?
So we're not even a year old yet. We've only been doing this for 8 months.
Yeah.
And we are very, very lucky to have a really great agency and the mastermind of Ron Onesti managing us. And we are booked even into 2026, all over the country. We've got shows in New York and Jersey and California and Oregon
but we don't have Hawaii yet or Italy.
No.
Don't worry, give it some time. You'll get there. It's only been 8 months. I like what Dean says. It seems some performers have longevity than sports athletes. I'm not an authority of either one, but I think she could pause her career, get the family going, then come right back where she like that Mike was saying earlier. Are you ready for it? It's not only a brilliant idea, it gives Swiftie fans another option, and the show is so well received. And there's Steve Edwards, the guitar player in your group, Nashville. Yes. Would you guys be, if you got, what do you call it? Where they put you in a place and you stay there for what do you call it?
Residency.
A residency.
Residency. Would you think of doing that, something like that, guys?
Yes. If it's, we have some offers in the works for a couple of places that I'm not going to say yet, but it's like a couple of weeks at a time. And, money talks. If the money's right, I'll go anywhere and play.
Well, you know what? Look. Steve Edward makes a lot of stuff here. He said Nashville, which I know there's a Beatle band doing it there. They've been there for years.
We will be there
Wisconsin Dells. They have the little theaters, right? I mean, they're great places. Mark Henning says Mike Buckalari and Tracy keep up the good work. Absolutely. It's fantastic what you guys do. And, like you said, us in this kind of business, we have to try to reinvent ourselves as much as we can. And if you stick with the same shit over and over and over again, I have to try to change whatever it is. And everybody tries to. And you guys, I have to admire every time I seen something come up where it's a new project or something. You got to keep trying. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, but at least you can't say 5 years, hey, man, we should have fucking did that. Pardon the language for the kids. If any kids are listening, which I doubt. But you guys, I love what you guys do, and so you're going to keep going. And how are you guys going to keep it fresh? You think? Oh, real fast, the changing of the clothes, Trace. How does that work? How does that work when you're doing your 3-hour, 2-hour show, whatever?
It's very stressful. I have a changing tent right off stage. And my incredible backing vocalist, Jenny James, she is like my go-to girl. She's my wardrobe assistant. She helps me. She has everything ready to go. So as soon as we're done and ready to go into the next quick set, I run off stage. We've got the multimedia behind us. It's usually playing trivia or something for the kids to interact with. I change within like 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, depending on the costume, and boom, I'm right back out.
And how long did it take you to get that down? Because it had to be tough the first 2 shows, right? How much practice did you do, right? So
sometimes the zipper gets stuck. It's very
The longest it would take probably 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But some of the quick changes one of them happens on stage behind umbrellas.
Right.
And that's like a 4-second change.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just hides behind umbrellas.
And they unzip me and there's another costume.
That is so cool. And some of the people in your band, I don't know them all, but I know Jenny James, fantastic. Steve Edwards, a great guitar player. It's very, very cool to keep it fresh and do what you guys are doing. When is the next time they can come see you appear in the Chicagoland area? Where are you guys going to be next?
That's a good question. We're not local for a really long time.
Oh,
what's the gig you got coming up in Berwyn somewhere?
It's sold out.
I know. Well, that's the next time that we're in Chicago.
We have a lot of local festivals this summer that are going to be great outdoor festivals that people could come see the tribute show. Yeah.
I know my friends are coming to see you at Chef Shangri-La or something.
Shangri-La. That's sold out. That's great.
Yeah,
that's sold out quickly. They added a
second
show, and then the second show sold out immediately.
And that's just a one-woman show. That's not the full band. It's not, it's different than the theater show, but
that's okay. It'll still be good. What's the good thing? Like I said, there's different options that you can get the band at, which will be very cool. If they want to book, how do they get a hold of you two?
Our website, areyoureadyforittribute.com, and that has our email information. It's got our agency's information, and I think Ron Onesti's email is even on there. But
Taste of Melrose.
Yes, Taste of Melrose. I think we're on the same night. You're on the one stage, we're on the other one. But listen, guys, I want to thank you all for what you guys do and taking your time out and your busy thing that you do. Just listen, just keep making music, and that's all we can do. Making Chicago proud, which we need to do. And I really believe at some point, it's the camaraderie sometimes, which was always cool when you always try. Like when I have this show here, I bring in all different acts on. I think it's important to let people know what's going on in this great city, at least music-wise. It's good. So let's just do what we got to keep doing. And Mike and Tracy, keep doing what you're doing. And thank you so much.
Congrats to you.
Congratulations for Engelbert Humperdinck. Yes. I think we're going to come see that show.
One of my favorites. And, guys, still got a great voice for his age. I think he's 84. He's still got an incredible voice. But thank you for your kind words, and I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, Mike and Tracy, are you ready? That's right, the Taylor Swift Experience. And don't forget, also, good, clean fun. You can go check them out. They're all over. Support. You guys have a great day. Peace and love, you two. Mike and Tracy, everybody. Are you ready? The Taylor Swift. Hey, give me that. Wait, how you do that?
Oh.
It's this.
What is that?
Create a heart. Put your hands together.
There you go.
Arthritis. Awesome. Yeah. I feel like I'm Fred. Wait, I feel like Fred Sanford. I got arthritis. Well, anyway, cool. Good. You guys have a great day. God bless. Peace and love. Mike and Tracy, are you ready? The Experience. Taylor Swift. Good, clean fun. Go out and see them. They're great. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. It's time to becoming your own bank. Well, how do you do that? It's very simple with Imperialux. Imperialux, imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book Calendly for free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve with Imperialux. Please call them at 630-890-1213. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. And like I said, we just had Mike and Tracy from Are You Ready? The Taylor Swift Experience on, and go out and support them. You know what time it is, folks? It's that time. It's the Ace Hardware Minute, brought to you by Ace Hardware JRC. It's the weather. The weather today, folks, for Friday, January 31st. 39 degrees out there. Feels like it's 32. It's going to be gloomy and rainy all day up until almost 4 p.m. rain, folks. And 96% humidity, 10% miles an hour for wind. And the air right now is moderate, the air quality. That is brought to you by the Ace Minute, brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Very cool. And guys, don't forget now, Monday, Laura will be joining us on the show, probably the last show that she has with us before She has her surgery. So it's going to be a great show, just coming in and just showing your support. It's great seeing all you people online, Kim Peterson and the musicians. There's Jerry Jam, Frank Nino. How are you doing, Barbara? We got to just talk about a couple things, folks. The man who created the Mustang, Hal Spillage, dies at the age of 95 years old. Lay's potato chips are in trouble. Recall. FDA says the highest classification of contamination. Lay's potato chips. Mel Gibson is back with Passion of the Christ. If you ever seen that movie, he's making a sequel now called Resurrection, the part 2. I'm looking forward to that because I like Mel Gibson and I like the Passion of the Christ. I thought it was a good movie. If you look up Google Maps now, Google Maps, and you put the Gulf of Mexico, it won't say the Gulf of Mexico anymore. It will say the Gulf of America. And Mount Delaney now went back to Mount McKinley, back to the original name. A lot of stuff happening here, folks. Google Map now is the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico. Death to malls. How many shopping malls do you know? Back in the day, we all went out to malls. You hung out with your friends. You dressed up to pick up chicks. You went there to get your Capuzzi shoes, or right? You went to all these malls. You hung out. You had some food. That was the time. Malls are dying left and right, folks. They'll say 1,500 stores and malls will be closed by this year. 1,500 because everybody's too lazy to get off their ass and go shopping. A lot of people will just go to the computer, push the button, and order a pair of pants or a shirt or whatever it is. I like going to the malls. I like walking around. I like seeing things. I like touching things and putting things on. For me, when I order pants from China, my legs are too long and it never comes out right. Or shirts. So that's the way it is. My opinion. Anyway, another here for all you Chicago Bears fans. How about Gene Schroeder? The NFL oldest living ex-football player. He just passed away at the age of 95 years old. Gene Schroeder played 6 seasons with the Chicago Bears. Oldest living ex-NFL player just dies at the age of 95 years old. We are talking about boycotting. A lot of people are talking. This came from WDCX radio station out of Washington. A lot of people, 25.6 thousand people, look like they're going to boycott the Super Bowl this year. Of course, coming up February 9th between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Boycotting, saying only because of the officiating, which has been a spectacle of stuff that's been happening right now with a couple of referees already been fired because of some gaming betting scam. So, I don't know. I know a lot of people that will not watch the Super Bowl. I know friends of mine who canceled Super Bowl watching parties because they think it's going to be rigged again by the NFL to have the Kansas City Chiefs win again. In my opinion, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are too strong and too hungry, and I predict they will beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Just my opinion. It doesn't mean much. Also, singer, songwriter, the great Marian Faithfull has passed away. Some of you people might not remember her, but Marian Faithfull was Mick Jagger's girlfriend in the early 60s. The song As Time Goes By, which Mick and Keith wrote, she also did herself her own version. She dies at the age of 78 years old. Marian Faithfull has passed away. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse, folks. Tomorrow, Villaggio in Roselle. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, folks. So let me tell you what's going on. February 6th, we're returning to Zaza's. February 8th, Taverna on Division. On the 13th, there'll be a Tavern on the Point, Edison Park. A special Valentine's Day show on the Thursday, the 13th. For Valentine's Day, Ocean's Rat Pack sold out, 115 Bourbon Street in Marionette Park. That show is sold out, standing room only for Ocean's Rat Pack on the 15th and 16th, 2 nights at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy. The Saturday will be there with the Main Event Band at 8:30. And the Sunday will be there just doing the Sinatra Sunday. Both those shows, get tickets at oshows.com. On the 22nd of February, we'll be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, with dinner show with Ocean's Rat Pack. And then back by Ron Onesti for a special Ocean's Rat Pack show at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy upstairs. It's a Thursday night. oshows.com, Rat Pack Fun. And like Tracy and Mike said, main event, Tony Ocean Band will be opening for the legendary Engelbert Humperdinck April 8th, the Des Plaines Theater. Go get your tickets, oshows.com. Oh my God. All the crazy stuff that we got going on in this crazy world, right, ladies and gentlemen? But like I said, I'm trying to get some of the stories that are out there right now, some things that are happening, and people that you guys sending stuff in. Here you go, folks, for you people in Florida. World's first pickleball stadium opens in Florida. That's right, the Fort I Pickleball Haven with 43 courts has opened in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Includes lakeside entertainment, luxury suites, golf simulators, pro shop, and stadium court. The first pickleball stadium in Florida, which is right next to the bingo parlor and right next to the shuffleboard stadium, all right next door to each other in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. For all you pickleball fans out there, Miller Lite. Do you believe this? Miller Lite flavored Pringles are coming. Miller Lite beer, here it is. Miller Lite beer flavored Pringles are coming. And they'll be on the shelves in May of 2025. I bet you guys can't wait to grab that. Oh, boy. 61-year-old woman gives birth to her own grandson after her daughter could not. What? Swipe. A mother's love takes many forms. For Christine Casey, 61 years old, it meant giving the gift of motherhood to an infertile daughter by carrying and giving birth to her own grandson. With the help of hormones, Casey, who had gone through menopause 10 years early, became pregnant during her second round of vitro fertilization. She carried first. Anyway, interesting story. 61-year-old woman gives birth to her own grandson after her daughter could not. Welcome to America. All right, folks. Yeah. I said you can't make this stuff up, folks. Okay, now here's something we're going back to the horrible tragedy that happened with the American Airlines and of course, the Black Hawk helicopter. Breaking news just 24 hours before the American Airlines flight collided with the Black Hawk at the Reagan National Airport. Another American flight had to abort landing due to helicopter crossing its flight path at the same airport 24 hours before the actual tragedy. American Airlines 4514 can be seen on radar having to go around the PIC. This happened to a plane 24 hours prior to the plane, of course, that crashed in the tragedy. Something's definitely going wrong over there at that airport, and that stuff needs to be taken care of and checked out. We were just talking about the boycott of the Super Bowl. NFL bombshell here. This is from the Tom Brady Fantastic Hub social media page. The NFL unexpectedly fired 3 referees, most notably Sean Hochley, who officiated the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs referee, for their involvement in the largest bribery scandal in NFL history. Immediately, the Bulls fans demand of the game. Of course, that won't happen. But there's going to be a lot of investigation going on now. So nothing surprises me anymore. I wouldn't doubt it. I've already got referees now already on the take, and that's why it's pissing a lot of people off. And I don't blame them. It's just crazy. Let's talk about the city of Chicago. Did you know that Brandon Johnson, our mayor of the city of Chicago, has 200 men police detail to protect him and his wife? But we have no police on the 16th district. That's right. 200 police officers detail protect the mayor and his wife, but no police officers on the 16th district. Tell me that's not insane. They need to fix this up in the city of Chicago, folks. You want to talk about stuff that's good? Let's talk about a great company called Jack Vena Landscaping, folks. It was great seeing Tommy yesterday. You know what we missed yesterday I tell you who we missed yesterday at Positano, Joey and Cindy Spins. Joey was a little under the weather, so hope to see my buddy Joey soon. All right, so Jack Vayner Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control, plant design service, and installation, fall gutter cleanup. They do it all, folks. They're all wrapped up in one. Servicing the North Shore for 44 years. Give Tommy a call at 847-432-5266. And Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Mike and Gigi. Crazy stuff going on. And like I said, all we can do, folks, is hope for the best. Now, tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, me and the Professor, Daryl Armenstad, tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow, Bellagio, me and Double T, Tony Toto, and Danny Ramondi. Yes, the burger in the commercial always looks better than the one in the restaurant. Just like your profile pic. Folks, you go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, and the burger looks like this and that. And when it gets to your plate, it's like this. It's the same thing when you look at certain people's profile. They have this great picture, face all fixed up, everything, blah, blah, blah. But when you see them live, you're like, what the hell happened to you? So thank you, Christina, for that one. Love that post. And I love all the stuff you keep sending me. Buffalo Bills got bad calls by the refs to fix it again. Barbara, you're absolutely right. And I hope you're doing well. Debbie, I agree with you. What the hell? Or what the F? I agree with you. Thank you. Seeing Dave and Pam yesterday. Ryan, Lewis, we missed you at Rosario's, buddy. Boyd, I'm glad that business is taken care of, right, Boyd? You always got some good ones, buddy. We are coming up, a couple more minutes left here, folks, and just more and more things. Here, look at this. I started watching I got stuck watching WGN News. Just reported Cher is doing a Super Bowl commercial for Uber Eats. Cher is doing a commercial for Uber Eats. She's being paid $800,000. And I thought she was leaving the country. Wasn't she leaving the country? I think a bunch of them were leaving the country. So they're making money here in the United States. So obviously she didn't leave the country. Just like Rob Reiner didn't set himself on fire. Wasn't she supposed to stab herself to death if President Trump became president? Anyway, but you'll take the $800,000 that Uber Eats is going to give you for that commercial, for the Super Bowl commercial. Nice job, Cher. Costco is raising pay for its hourly workers up to more than $30 an hour. Good for Costco. Take care of the little guy. It's very important. Us guys that work our butt off. Very interesting. All right, last thing here, folks. Cancer-causing forever chemicals. Right now, they're saying there's stuff on the Apple Watch that's making people get sick. Chemicals are going into your blood. All this stuff that's happening with all this stuff here in American products. Again, Band-Aids. Band-Aids. We've been using Band-Aids for years, ladies and gentlemen. Cancer-causing forever chemicals found in Band-Aids where they get directly into your blood through your open wounds, report warns. Billions of dollars are being awarded for this company now to try to get rid of this. What's going on with this stuff? Yes, Ryan. We are friends. Who's an idiot? Frank, who's an idiot? The people that are paying Cher $800,000, she was supposed to leave the country. She's the idiot. Absolutely. All right. So look at this, though. Thank you. We got more songs here, more stuff that you guys were sending me in. I don't know. It was great seeing Mike and Tracy from Good, Clean Fun, of course, with their new project. Are you ready? Oh, the mayor is an idiot. You're absolutely right. Right? Why don't we get Daly back? Anyway, what do we got? Birthdays for us, guys. Birthdays for Friday, January 31st. Friday birthdays. The great Tom Selleck celebrating a birthday. Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple and Rainbow, 79 years old today. Pete Townsend from The Who turned 79. Tommy Ramone, formerly of the Ramones, one of my favorite bands out of New York City. Steve Marriott, one of the great rock and roll singers. Humble Pie and Small Faces. Love Steve Marriott, great voice. Art Garfunkel, part of Simon and Garfunkel, turns 83 years old. My good friend Kelly Casano out there. You doing, Kelly? Say hello. Happy 17th birthday to Bella Casano. Of course, Kelly and Anthony Casano. That was their daughter, Bella. Happy birthday, 17 years old. Another singer in Chicago, Vic Pacini. Happy birthday, Victor. My friend Mary Margaret, wherever you are, happy birthday. Great actor, one of my favorite guys who played Batman, besides Michael Keaton, the great Christian Bale. Love him as an actor. Celebrating a birthday. You got to love it. Scott Ian from Anthrax, 61 years old. Becky Lynch, for you wrestling fans, the wife of Seth Rollins, turns 38 years old. And Justin Timberlake, that's right, Justin Timberlake, turns 43 years old today. Wow. That's a lot of birthdays, folks, for a lot of famous people. And here is Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. You know, folks, we try to give you the best and great products and great stuff to talk about. And I hope you guys enjoy yourself. We really do appreciate it. Again, I want to thank Mike and Tracy, Mikey Bucklary from Good Clean Fun. Of course, Mike and Tracy are the Are You Ready for the Taylor Swift Experience? Make sure you check them out when they come back into town. Let's get back to our sponsor, folks. Again, our good friends from Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Like I said, red hot buy for the month of February. That's right. Miracle Grow potting mix 16 quart, 2 for $20. Thinking about updating your old kitchen or bathroom faucet? Select Moen faucets are 20% off the entire month of February. Ace Wild Bird Food 20-pound bags, 2 for $20. And Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Filters are buy 3, get 1 free. Easier way to keep your furnace running properly to switch out your furnace filters monthly. Other topics, folks, we talk about small engine repair, all makes and models, lawnmowers, snowblowers, generators, chainsaws, they do it all. Tune it up starts at $105 plus parts. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local, download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of points, coupons, and special offers. That's our friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, it's another week. Thank you so much for everybody watching the show today. Again, thank you, Mike and Tracy from Are You Ready? The Taylor Swift Experience coming to a town near you. And tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Amistad, the professor. Tomorrow, Villaggio in Roselle with Tony Toto and Danny Ramundi, 7:30 hit, guys. We'll be back again to Saturday, back here on Monday. And Monday, folks, will be the last show with Laura Ocean as my co-host for a while before she goes into surgery. So join us this Monday and see Laura and give her your blessings. And thank you for all the blessings and that you guys have been sending Laura in the past 2 months since she made the announcement. We thank you all for everything you do, guys. We appreciate it. Guys, remember, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Life is tough right now. Just try to make it a little easier. Try to have a good day out there. Life is too short. Ringo Starr says, peace and love. Peace and love. I salute to you all. God bless you. Have an incredible weekend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nixa Hodges, take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Goodbye, everybody. Have an incredible day. And most of all, have an incredible